Oh, come on.
Is looking for a second date update today with a lady named Brianna. Hi, Seth. How are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Thanks for taking my call.
Happy to. So how did you meet Brianna?
Well, we met online, actually.
Okay.
Honestly, man, I'm just so lost and confused about the whole deal because I'm not really sure what's going on with this girl, honestly. You know what I mean?
She could just be a flake.
Yeah, there's plenty of those out there.
Well, I guess she could, but I mean, the thing about it was like, you know, I'll tell you how the date went. So we met for coffee, right? And I don't know, we hung out for about 30 minutes to an hour or so, and everything went really well. I even asked her for dinner, and, you know, she was all about it. Like, I'm telling you, like, her eyes lit up. She was so excited. Isn't that usually, like, a great sign that she's interested, right?
Oh, yeah, for
She's
sure.
excited when you ask her out, yeah.
And, you know, a couple days later, you know, I took her to dinner. I picked her up at her place. The strange thing about it, when I got there, she was kind of on the porch already, you know, so I thought that was kind of weird. Kind of sitting there hanging out. I don't know, you know, what was really going on, that she's really eager or she's just hiding something. You know, I didn't.
Like she didn't want you to go inside or come near the house. She wanted to
Yeah.
meet you with
I don't
the
know
car.
if something was going on there.
Yeah, but if it was a pretty day, like I could see, you know, hanging out outside. You knew.
Did she have a nice porch with somewhere to
Right.
sit, or was she, you know, standing on a stoop?
But she knew you were coming, so maybe that's why she was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. She knew I was coming, but I just kind of replaying this in my mind. I'm not really, you know, trying to come to grips on what's going on. So anyways, we went to dinner, right? We had a great time, a lot of conversation. We just hit it off. We laughed a lot. We had a couple drinks. And then at the end of the night, you know, we did end up going back to her place. I mean, I was there, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5, I don't know, maybe 6 hours or so. I didn't end up staying the night. I don't like to do that early, you know, because I know the mornings are always kind of awkward and stuff. So I was just glad that I got to go in, you know. And when I got inside, I was relieved that she wasn't hiding a husband or a kid or something, you know. So
Yeah. A whole nother family is living inside.
yeah, exactly. So when I went inside, everything was fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. We got along great. You know, everything was good. I just can't figure out what's going on.
So for the 3, 4, 5, 6 hours that you were there, everything went very well. The great conversation, the connection, the chemistry, all that business. Still good.
Yeah.
No, nothing
It's dope.
awkward. You didn't come out wearing crotchless pantyhose or,
No, nothing.
yeah, with a baby bottle, wanting to feed her a drink
No.
through a baby bottle. Or these are other things that we've had pop up that, for whatever reason, the men who called in didn't think that could have been the issue.
I mean, no, I think I'm a pretty normal guy, so I'm pretty straightforward. So I don't think anything was out of the norm, you know.
So after you left, you tried to get a hold of her for a third date?
I did, and crickets, man.
How long ago was this?
This was about a week ago or so.
Okay.
All right, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll call Brianna, see what she really thought of Seth, see what changed, if anything changed. Like I said, she could just be a flake. We don't know. You know, there's women who are just kind of boy crazy.
Yes.
Oh,
They
yeah.
kind of flit from one to the other.
Yes. They get bored easy.
Yeah, depending on who's paying attention to them in
Yep.
the moment.
Oh, he called back. Let's call him.
Could be. Maybe not. We'll find out. A second date update continues next. Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102. Seth and Brianna first met on a coffee date that went well enough that it led to dinner, and she seemed really into him. She's giving him all the positive signs. In fact, they went back to her place where he stayed about 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours tops. Avoided that awkward next morning goodbye. I should have asked you, though. I mean, how was the dismount? You know, like, how was the exit? Was it weird, or did it feel cool to you still?
No, it felt great. Like, I thought that our third date, if it would have happened, would have continued just like this one. I mean, we ended on really good terms, you know, so.
Right. She was there to say goodbye to you, though, when you left. You didn't slip out in the middle of the night or anything.
No, not at all. No,
Okay.
she said goodbye.
And that was about a week or so ago. He's tried to get in touch, but would you say radio silence or crickets?
Yep.
So we're going to call Brianna and see what's going on with her.
Hello?
Hello, is this Brianna?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
You're the lady of the hour. It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this morning?
Really?
Yes.
Okay, this is really fascinating because is this a second date update?
Oh, I thought she was going to say she was listening to us right now. It is a second date update.
That is crazy. I'm so surprised that he called you.
Oh, so you know this is about Seth.
Yeah, I haven't been out with anyone else recently, but like from what I've recently learned, he's a pretty big player and he's never really minded a woman not calling him back before. So that is very surprising to me that he called you.
Well, that's new information.
Yeah, it was to me too.
So let me get this straight. So he told us you guys went on a coffee date, then dinner, then back to your place, and everything up to that point was awesome. What changed?
Okay, so there's this Facebook group that a friend of mine sent to me, and it's basically like for women in our area to just be like, hey, is this guy dangerous? Is this guy okay? Right? So if you're interested in somebody, you can just post a picture and people will be like, oh, yeah, that guy's my friend. He's great. Or like, that guy might be a serial killer, right? So,
well, it's like being in a group chat with your girlfriends that might know him.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some players out there that are just, not being 100% honest.
Exactly. And a lot of times people post somebody and everybody's like, I don't know that guy. But if somebody's getting around a lot and not treating people well, then usually something will happen on the page, which is what happened when I put up my post and the page just exploded.
Oh, God.
Really? And what did we learn?
There were at least like 7 different women who all said they went out with him in just this one group. And like, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like you search around for who you're looking for. You have fun. But the reviews of him were not particularly flattering. Every single one of them went to the exact same places that we went, had the same conversations. He told the same stories. He used the same lines to get all of us into bed.
Wow.
Which was what?
So he was like, we're just so connected. Like, can you feel that? I feel like we've had past lives together. I love
not the past lives.
Right. And like, I love that stuff. I'm super into all the hippy dippy stuff. So I was in and I felt this, I was like, oh yeah, I feel the same energy, but maybe I was just horny because he used that line with all of these other women too. And he slept with all of them. And they did all the same things too. Like we kind of went into the sex stuff and it was like, oh yeah, he used this move and this move and this move. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So this had nothing to do with me. This is just what he does.
Oh man.
Right.
I wonder if that, and this is not me defending him. This is just me being curious. I mean, is that kind of though how any of us would be? I mean, this is our, maybe not the same cheesy pickup lines, but maybe telling the same stories. And
I had a friend one time that I always would make, he would make chocolate, what's the cake with the goo in the middle?
oh, this was his big move.
He would make that the night.
Lava cake?
Chocolate lava cakes. He had the little
I
ramekin
dated
things.
that guy. I'm kidding.
I'm like, oh, you're getting out the ramekins. I know what that means. I'm staying out late.
Listen, you want to play to your strengths, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, but I went out with this guy, and then a girl I knew ended up going out with this same guy. And I said to her,
she knew that you already went
she
out
knew
with
that
him?
we had dated, and I was drunk at a bar one night, and I don't even know, maybe I was a little jealous or something. I'm not sure. But here's what happened. I was like, did he take you to blah? Did blah, blah, blah happen? Did you do the da-da? And what about this? And she was like, yeah, every single one of those things.
He had done with her.
Yes. I was like, same with me. And I'm not saying that your path is going to go the same way that my path did, but you're already going down the trail.
It's like that
Just
Olivia
so
Rodrigo
you know.
song with the strawberry ice cream.
That's right. That is exactly right. I'm like, you know what? You two may last forever. They ended up not. But at the same time, it was like, I already did this exact same life that you've been dating.
Well, haven't you felt a connection to more than one person in your life?
Okay, 7 people in one Facebook group, and he used the same line on all of them. Do you think he really thought he had loved all of us in past lives?
Maybe.
I mean, different past lives. You know, one of
All of
them
my
might have been
past
in
lives.
England. One of them might have been in Saskatchewan. Who knows?
But then he ditched all of them, first off. And second off, like, even if he does think that, then there's an issue if he thinks that every woman who, like, looks at him nice is, like, his lover from a past life. Like, that's weird, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the thing, though, about women in this situation is that we want to feel special or different, or that you put in a little effort into us.
Unique.
And if you're the same dude and right down to the past lives experience in every single situation, then that does make you feel like he's just a player that's out hooking up with everybody using the same lines.
Yeah.
Right. It has nothing to do with me. It's just like his moves to have sex.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've done our best to cross-examine here, Seth. You're going to have to step in and defend yourself. What do you have?
Okay, what is this group again?
It's a Facebook group.
A Facebook group. And who are these women in this group?
Friends and friends and friends and friends and friends of friends. People who
No,
want
you
to
know,
protect
that
each other.
sounds like a lie. Friends
It's a
of friends of friends.
sisterhood.
Are you making this up right now? That doesn't make any sense. Friends of friends of friends. I think this doesn't make any sense.
I mean, anybody can say anything about anybody.
Yeah, but when a whole bunch of people say the same thing about a guy, like,
But that doesn't make any sense, though. There's no hard facts about this stuff.
Like,
I don't know
how
any of
much
these women. You haven't given me any names of these women. You could just be making
So are
this
you
up
denying it?
completely right now. Do what?
are you denying it? Because it kind of sounds like
Yeah.
you're defensive right now.
No, I'm not defensive at all. I just want to know some facts about these women. It just sounds like made up. Friends of friends. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know why you're making this up about me.
I literally, it's not, you called a radio station. That was
Yeah, I did. But why did you have to make up this
Facts.
whole story? Just say you didn't like me or whatever. You didn't have to go into this whole elaborate story about some Facebook group.
You should send him a link to the Facebook group so he can read his reviews.
Is it a closed group? Yeah. Can
No,
you?
because then
Yeah,
he'll
it's a
use
closed
that
group.
against all the future ladies he's going to be dating.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
ma'am.
This is probably a women's only group.
I
Yes,
see.
it is.
Yeah, you probably have to be approved or let
Yeah,
in.
that's what I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now let me ask you this:
Gotta
when
fill out the
you
questionnaire.
when you made your post, did you give details about your date? I mean, what was your original post?
No, that's the thing. I was just like, hey, I just went out with this guy. Anybody know him? And
that
people
was it.
like knew his name, first of all. So if they know his name, clearly they're not making it up. Or at least they're not making up knowing him. And then they were like, as we talked, each one of them would be like, oh yeah, he took me here and here and here. And then he totally ditched me. And the next one was like, oh my God, he took me to the exact same places. And then the more details came out, the more it was just like
The similarities were just
exactly what he did with me.
too many to ignore.
Yeah.
Why would you do
Yeah.
that? We had a good time. Everything was great in our date. Why would you think to put me online? Or did I give off any weird vibes or anything?
No, I was excited about you and I wanted to check. And I did.
People check people out, Seth.
Oh gosh. I mean, still, man. Like online though.
If it wasn't this, she would have Googled you, run a credit check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can Google me all you want. You can put my picture on Facebook groups and you'll find that you missed out. That's
I
all
don't
you're
want to
gonna
do
find.
that. I had a great time. I don't want to do that.
Well,
Well,
Seth,
just your info's out there, bud.
Yeah, I don't know what
You're
to
gonna
tell
need
you,
to
man.
mix it up.
got quite a reputation out there.
No, it's all bullshit. I don't believe in this group.
Oh, okay. You don't have to believe it. I'm not going
it's
out with you
real,
again.
man. My friend Bridget is in it, and she was telling me about it months ago that most of it is this type of stuff, but there are positives of it that she saw someone had posted, hey, this guy was awesome, but he wasn't a match for me.
So it's not just a bunch of haters.
It wasn't haters, but
There's probably
majority
some
of it
both.
was. But there was some positive stuff in there. But it is a real group.
Wow.
And it's not about hating anybody. It's about protecting each other. It's about keeping each other safe.
Yeah.
All right, well, definitely not a second date then.
Yeah.
Or no third date in this case.
No, thank you.
Sorry, Seth.
Oh man, it's all good. Whatever.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on Second Date Update, putting yourself out there. Brianna, we appreciate you taking the call.
Yeah, thanks. This has been interesting.
Yeah, good luck out there.
Yeah. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
All right. You need a little help with the second date update? Just send us an email, Jeff and Jenn at WKRQ.com.
Just going through some of these messages, it looks like a lot of people, a lot of our listeners are in this Facebook group.
I got a message from Stephanie that says, this Facebook group is real and I am a part of it.
Wow.
He said it's definitely a women's only group and you have to answer questions and be approved to get in. But man, is it fun and entertaining.
I bet.
I wrote back, that's interesting.
Can I get in?
I know, I want to get in.
I could probably. I'm a single girl here in the Natty. You
You
know,
should join.
I should.